You are now listening to the Environmental Podcast, Episode 0, Pilot.
Climate change is a subject that has interested the scientific community since the 70s. Since then, the state of the Earth has been worsening at a critical rate. Not only are natural disasters such as droughts, floods, heat waves, and hurricanes on the rise,
but infectious diseases are becoming a new, common threat for humans. As a result, the casualties grow bigger as time goes on, eventually leading us to a dead end. The end of humanity as we know it. Acting towards a situation is more relevant than ever.
You must be wondering, who are we to talk about that? We're just two friends eager to learn more about this fascinating subject. I'm Philippe Carrier, a student in natural sciences at Collège Lionel Groulx with a particular interest in environmental biology.
And I'm Anthony Villeneuve, also a student in natural sciences at Collège Lionel Groulx with a particular interest in microbiology. The idea of a podcast came to us while talking with our friends, classmates, and family about the subject at hand. We realized that not a lot of people, including us, know much about climate change, which is weird considering the magnitude of the situation. We took matters in our own hands and did countless hours of research to educate ourselves on the subject. We decided to share our journey along the way to inform and educate people about the situation and hopefully inspire change. But Philip, why does environmental biology interest you so much?
Well, it's simple really. I find the synergy between ecosystems fascinating. The way everything has a purpose, from the smallest carbon molecule to the tallest of trees, and how everything balances itself naturally in order to keep a state of equilibrium. The Earth is basically one giant living organism. What about you? What do you fancy in microbiology?
Well, I'm glad you asked. When we look at our body structures, we are composed of infinitely small organisms, such as cells and bacteria, which I always found mind-blowing. They basically are the reason we can walk and breathe every day. Isn't that crazy? Furthermore, scientists are now able to use viruses in order to treat many diseases and infections, which is fascinating. But now we shall address the elephant in the room. Why is global warming an important and pertinent topic now?
Well, it has always been an important subject for the past 50 years. However, it has increased dramatically in importance in the past 20 years. Like it was mentioned earlier, the climate crisis is worsening rapidly. Now, it's especially pertinent to talk about it today simply because developed countries are starting to directly feel the consequences of climate change. Before, it was mainly developing countries that felt the wrath of Mother Nature. For many reasons, mostly because their economic situation makes it much harder to prevent and adapt to climate crisis. But now, with COVID-19, developed countries too fell victim to a dramatic effect of our planet's state. Since we all suffer from the pandemic, and since experts expect an increase in emerging infectious diseases for the future, developed countries can't turn their back and ignore this imminent threat any longer. This disease has shaken our world on a scale we couldn't even imagine. From what started as a single case in Wuhan, China, grew to a scale of millions across the world. Nearly 30 million cases in the US alone and almost 3 million deaths worldwide as of today. We are all, in a way or another, stuck in this situation. But hopefully, this situation will inspire change. Hopefully, COVID-19 will create a ripple in the communities and countries, and people will start to take climate change more seriously.
Furthermore, we are, even before the pandemic hit, currently living the sixth massive extinction. That is insane, since the last one happened during the Cretaceous period, when dinosaurs still roamed the Earth. Let's just say our planet isn't doing too well. But it's not only the Earth that is in danger, it's us. We are causing our own extinction. It is important to take this topic seriously, since all our lives are at stake.
On this educational journey that we shall share with you, we'll learn how the Earth is changing, why it's important to act now, but most importantly, how to act in the fight against climate change. You will find all of this information on our website. In future episodes, We'll discuss important and relevant topics on climate change, such as why are we to blame for the Earth's state, why and how COVID-19 is related to climate change, and the political impact on climate change. So stay tuned for more.
Our mission is to inform as many people as possible on the subject at hand by using a podcast, simply because we find that it's easier and more fun to interact and discuss on the subject that way. Also, you can listen to us while you're cooking a meal or while doing your daily morning jog. The possibilities are endless. You don't have an excuse not to watch, since you can be the spark that will be the start of a new era, the era of change. We can do this, and we must do this if we want a chance at a decent future.
In the next episode, entitled Why Are We to Blame?, we will discuss the human role in the climate crisis. We will explain how we are the source of the problem, from our use of oil to our everyday consumption, how it all contributes to increase our already enormous global footprint. This has been the Environmental Podcast, and don't forget, it is vital for our survival that we learn. Have a good day. Philippe and Anthony signing off.